friends of Saab, thanks for choosing to watch this video. It's a video I wasn't expecting to make, to be honest. It's January 2024, it's quite chilly and cold. Morty has been in hibernation since probably last November, December time. We put him away because he's got the cover on. A few other things I did to just keep him going. I wasn't expecting to take him out or wake him up until probably about March when the sun came out, really. But something exciting has happened. And I want to tell you about it. So if you're into Saabs, and if you're watching this, then why wouldn't you be? And you're into Saab 900 turbo 16 valves in particular, then this video should interest you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the covers off of Morty, get him out of the garage, we're going to get on our way, and then on the way I'm going to tell you what it is and why it's an exciting thing, worth waking Morty up. Right, let's do it. So that's it, Morty's uncovered. A few of the things I did just to keep him into hibernation, put a battery maintainer on. Also in the engine I put some Lenore drying fabric things in there. I heard on a forum it keeps the mice away, so I put those near the wiring looms and what have you. Also put a little tub of peppermint oil in the engine. Again, apparently it keeps the mice away, they don't like peppermint. Put a rag up the exhaust, stop the mice going in there. I bought some dehumidifying bags for caravans and put them in the cabin to keep the moisture at a good level. And I think that's about it. Oh, and I pumped the tyres up to a good level as well, and put a chock under the wheels and kept the handbrake off. That was my routine for hibernation. If you've got any other tips, I'm really interested to hear them. Now's the moment of truth. Will Morty start after being 2 months in the garage and not being used? Let's have a go. I didn't think we expected anything other than that, really. First time. This particular example was stored in a garage for 10 years. It was a garage find by Dave Palmer, who then put the car back together again and made it what it is today. And after 10 years in the garage, it started first time. So it was unlikely it was going to do anything other than this time. Right, I'm going to take it out and we can head off to see what we're going to do. So we're off and we're on our way to Woodstock. I suppose the question is why? Again, January, I was kind of hoping for a really dry day, but with all the pipes that are burst left, right and centre around where I live at the moment, it's a little bit like a scene from Frozen when someone's left the heater on a little bit too long. So it's not ideal, but so why have I got Morty out this early? Well, and I said it was something special, and it kind of is. A little while ago, I met a chap called Matt at one of the Saab events over at Caffeine and Machine. And we got chatting, and he's got a Saab 900 turbo as well, a nice red one. He got in contact a couple of weeks ago and said, actually this year, 2024, is the 40th anniversary of the Saab 900 turbo 16 valve coming out. So that came out in 1984. And what he's doing as a professional photographer is putting a book together. He wants to put a commemorative book of all of the sort of history and some of the secret history that he's uncovered into a single anniversary book. And he asked, would I mind if he took some photographs of Morty? And of course I said yes, it would be fantastic, I'd love that. And in particular he wanted a black T16, because, and I didn't know this, and I don't know if you did, when they originally released them in 1984, they only released them in two colours, black and silver. Now he's got a friend who has loaned him a silver one, so he's got some photographs of that one, but he didn't have a black one. So that's why he asked. And I thought, well, that's fantastic. So what are we going to do? I'm heading over to Woodstock, because it's kind of that old country town that hasn't changed very much. And he would like to take some photographs of Morty just driving around the town near the shops. And one thing he said to me is he kind of wants to show that this car wasn't always a classic, it was used. You know, it was used by people to go shopping. Obviously a lot of business people had them as executive cars, but they were used cars. And maybe I take a little bit too much care of Morty by keeping him in the garage all the time, but he wanted to really sort of portray how they are cars that were used. So that's why we're going to do this photo shoot over there. And then something a little bit special later on as well is that Matt wants to do a light bar photograph of Morty. Now, I didn't know what this was at all. Now, apparently, what a light bar photograph is, he will photograph Morty in pitch black whilst holding a light bar, like a fluorescent tube for all intents and purposes. And as he goes round, his camera will take periodic photographs every 30 seconds or so. I don't actually know the details. And then he'll composite it all together to make a really wonderful single shot. And if it goes well, what Matt said is, Morty might be on the cover of the book. So how exciting is that? So of course I was going to wake him up from his hibernation and see what I can do. So that's where we're going. Heading to Woodstock now. You'll join me there, we'll meet Matt, and we'll see what the day brings. So that was Woodstock. Had great fun taking photographs in and around the shops, post office, even got to back Morty in front of the Civic Building, Town Hall I think it is, for a beautiful shot with the building behind. So I really hope that comes out well for Matt and for the book. Now we're heading to Whitney, because that's where Pinnacle Detailing are, and Pinnacle Detailing have very kindly let us use their bay, which they use for detailing and valeting the cars, to put Morty in, and so Matt can have a space, but more importantly the darkness, to take the light bar shots, because they don't really have any windows there, so it's a really good space. And again, really kind of Pinnacle Detailing in Whitney to let us in. So you're going to join me there. But first, how's Morty doing? He's not been driven for 2 months now, and this is cold, so we're about 2 degrees, I think, 1-2 degrees at the moment. How is he coping? Well, there's a bit of groaning going on. The brakes to start with were a bit crunchy, squeaky. That seems to have disappeared as I've given him a bit of go. The suspension definitely making a noise. But probably the biggest thing I've noticed is the steering. The steering, as I turn, the steering column is making a really loud groaning noise, you know, like that. And that's gone on through the day because I've had to do a lot of backwards and forwards and reversing and turning around and what have you. So that's been quite noticeable. If you have an idea of what that could be, I'd be really grateful. Is it just the cold? You know, this is coming up to a 40-year-old car. It's not going to like this weather very much, I know that. But maybe it's something else that you can pop in the comments, let me know and help me out if you know what I could be doing. Right, I'm just coming into Whitney, so you'll join me at Pinnacle Detailing. So we're now at Pinnacle Detailing in Whitney to take some extra special photographs of Morty. And Matt, the photographer, is here with me to say why. So, Matt, what are we doing here?
Right, we're going to take some light painting shots, which is the car's going to be in darkness. I'm going to light with a lightsaber, like a wand, and I'll light certain parts of the car. We'll take a shot. Probably 18, 20 different exposures. They'll all be put together and they'll be combined to create a car that's lit better than you could light it in any other way. But it'll be in total darkness, and that's what we're going to try and do.
And why are we doing it?
We're doing it because it will be a cover star for a book. And it should look really nice in black on a black background. Very dramatic.
Fantastic. Let's get on with it then. So I've just left Pinnacle Detailing, where Matt has just finished the light bar test and the light bar photos. Really fascinating to see how that's going to work. We're in a pitch black space with Matt using almost like a lightsaber bar going across, lighting up Morty and taking lots and lots of photographs, which I guess he's going to composite together into a single one. I've seen previous photographs that he's done in the same technique and they look fantastic. So I've got my fingers crossed Morty's going to look brilliant. Now, Matt is putting the book together now. I will leave Matt's website down below and contact details if you're interested in the book when it comes out. And Matt's talking to me about April, mid-April, May, time for the book to come out. Actually, some of the stories he's been telling me today, I've never heard before. And so I think it's going to be a really fascinating one about the background, the design and the people involved in this particular model. And in the book, it's not just this car. There's other cars as well that are of the same date, 1984, 1985. So I think it's going to be really exciting. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it's been fun and I'll keep everyone updated on what's happening with the book. For now, take care. Thank you very much.